Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Cass. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. I very much appreciate it. If you would like to stick around and watch more videos to come or videos that are already on the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and join our little family over here. So let's just get right into the video. Today we're talking about something that a lot of relationships go through when they have a child. A lot of relationships fall apart in the first year of having a child. And I think a lot of you can already understand why. It's a huge change having a child, especially if this is your first child. You're going through everything for the first time. So everything is new, everything is fresh. I know for myself, I am a new mom. It was a huge adjustment, you know. I think a big part of my life was mostly just about myself. And obviously I got together with my partner and we have a really good relationship. And it was just the two of us. And then when we had our daughter, I feel like I was just going through so much, like a lot of change. And obviously he was as well. It was just a different dynamic. And sometimes that is a little bit difficult to grasp. One of the things that I did notice was that being tired made me a bit agitated. And that makes sense, you know what I mean? You're not getting enough sleep. We both were not getting enough sleep. The baby was waking up every 2 hours, every 2 to 3 hours. And for someone that was used to sleeping like 8 hours every night uninterrupted, that was a really big change. But what really helped with our relationship is that my partner is a night owl. He's used to going to bed at like 2, 3 in the morning. So if I went to bed early, I knew that, okay, if the baby wakes up during this time that I'm sleeping and my partner is up, he'll take care of the baby, right? I was breastfeeding, so a lot of the times I did have to wake up, but I did also try and make an effort to pump and make sure that there was always a bottle for that first feed after I'd gone to bed. So my partner would take care of that. The biggest thing here is to communicate with each other. I think that's like the biggest thing. I know sometimes we want to, especially if you're a new mom, you just want to prove that, you know, you're a good mom, that you can take care of everything and you want to be super mommy. But that's great and all. But if you have someone there to help you, someone there that can help, someone that wants to help, someone that wants to participate, aka your partner, you should allow them, you should let them help, you know what I mean? And if they're not helping like, you know, like you would like them to, communicate that with your partner. You know, you want to communicate with your partner, you want to coordinate. Like I said, with me and my partner, he goes to bed like super late and I go to bed a bit earlier. So that's just kind of something that we worked out for that situation. So I think the big thing here is to make sure that you are communicating with your partner, communicating your needs. And if they might not necessarily know what to do or how to do, excuse me, I know sometimes that can be really frustrating. But you also have to be understanding. I think sometimes as mothers, a lot of things come to us very naturally and we can kind of sense what our babies need, and that might not always be the case with our, you know, with our partners. So just give them grace as well. Communicate with them, let them know what you need, let them know what the baby needs, and communicate together and see how you can help each other out, you know. If you're, for example, like I said, I was breastfeeding, and then the rest of the night, I would be the one waking up with the baby. So if I was tired by the morning when the day is supposed to start, my partner would just take our daughter and start the morning with her while I got an extra hour or two of sleep. And that worked really perfectly for us. So basically just try your best to coordinate. Another thing is household responsibilities. So cooking, cleaning, laundry, errands, just making sure that things around the home are maintained and are taken care of. Again, communicate with each other. You have to really have good communication skills, and you have to have understanding and compassion for one another, because again, this is something new to you. This is something that is challenging, honestly. So you do have to communicate. So if I'm saying, okay, I spent, all night waking up with the baby. So in the morning when we start our day, you take care of making breakfast. If there's laundry that needs to be done, okay, since I was up all night, when the baby goes down for a nap, I'm gonna go take a nap. Can you take care of the laundry? Things like that. Whatever it is that works for your relationship, whatever it is that works for your schedule, make sure that you're communicating that. And if somebody slips up, let them know in a kind way. Because the thing is, like, sometimes when you are asking or, you want your partner to do something, even if it's something that they would be totally okay with doing, if you come off rude or not very nice, it's not going to be received very well. So you also have to know how to speak to your partner. You're both raising this human being that also needs to grow up in a peaceful environment. Yes, they're babies. Yes, they're not going to remember, but I am very convinced that babies can sense when the home is not a happy home. They can sense when there's tension in the home. They can sense when there's no peace in the home. So you want to keep that sense of comfort and safety in your home from your child. And if you're constantly bickering, if you're constantly fighting, if you're constantly, ignoring each other, your child is going to feel that, and you definitely don't want that. So the biggest thing I would say is just communicating your needs. And if you're having a rough day, we know that when you have a child, so your hormones are all over the place, right? They're all over the place. And for a lot of women, at least, if you wake up that day and you really feel, okay, today I feel really sad, communicate that with your partner instead of just, walking around, ignoring your partner, or the case may be. If they're aware of what's happening, at least they can, navigate things maybe differently. At least they can, maybe show you a little extra love that day, a little, whatever your love language is, do a little bit extra of that just to help you get into a better state of mind. I don't know if you guys have heard about cabin fever. A lot of women go through that as well after they have a child, where they are staying in the home the majority of the time, and it can start to feel quite overwhelming. I would always make sure that if I was home alone, with my daughter, if my partner wasn't home, go for walks, whether it was just me and my daughter, or I'd call up my mom and, would go to the mall. Try to get as much fresh air as you can for yourself, for your baby. And if you need time to yourself, communicate that with your partner. Like, I just want like an hour in another room because you might not necessarily want to leave the house, but if you want to leave the house, yeah. Like my thing was going to get my nails done. I would go get my nails done, I'd say once a month. And that would be like my me time without my partner, without my baby, and just have that time to rejuvenate and, get refreshed before I come back home to my baby and my baby. So I feel like that is also very important. You have to take care of yourself. Both of you have to take care of yourself. So if your partner is like, because things get overwhelming for them too. I know it feels like everything is so overwhelming on us, but they also get overwhelmed. They are also experiencing change within the relationship. So if they also need some time to themselves, they should be able to have that. And I know another thing that's also a big thing within the first year after having a baby is their sex life. For some people, it definitely changes. Obviously, for the first few weeks, normally, after 6 weeks, if you healed properly, your medical provider will let you know that you're good to go. But for some women, maybe they're not healed yet. Maybe they don't feel comfortable yet. Maybe they're just not ready yet mentally. They want to wait longer. And you want to communicate with your partner those things, you know what I mean? As frustrating as it may be for them, what's more frustrating is not really expressing what it is that you're going through, because to them it might just seem as if, oh, you just don't want to, like you just don't want to, you just don't want me anymore, that type of thing. And that can be really difficult on them. So I think the best thing to do with that is making sure that you communicate with them what it is that you're going through. Making sure that, if you have an appointment, maybe have them come with you to the appointment, whether it's with your OBGYN, your midwife, whatever the case may be. And maybe they can give them, better explanation to what's going on and what needs to be done moving forward. And sometimes it's the other way around too, where it is whether it's your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, that is not ready to go ahead and be intimate. And sometimes that might be interpreted as, oh, he's not attracted to me anymore. My body has changed. Maybe that's why he doesn't want to be with me in that way anymore. But sometimes it's just, again, if it's your first time. A friend of mine was telling me that when she gave birth, obviously her husband was there, and he watched the baby actually come out. And I guess that was a very alarming thing for him. So even after she had healed, she said that he felt strange. He felt like, maybe she needed more time to heal even after she was cleared after the 6-week appointment, because he was scared to hurt her. But that's another thing. If it's a case of somebody is scared, whether it's you or your partner, again, communicate. You can start off slowly. You can communicate during the process. I know it sounds a little bit unsexy, but you can tell them, okay, be gentle, slow down, or whatever the case may be, just to make the experience better for the both of you. That way you're not traumatized and then you don't want to do it again, and then now you have to wait even longer to get back to that. So again, biggest thing is communicating with your partner, and then helping each other out. You have to help each other out. You can't just be like, oh, this is just your job, or that is just your job. Granted, there's some people that works out for them, where they just have designated things to do in the home, and whether someone does it better or they just prefer doing that and that works for them, then that's good. Stick to that. Do what is working the best for your family, basically, and communicate. Those are the two biggest things I would say. So don't let your relationship fall apart. Work at it. If you have to go to therapy, see a counselor, I know nowadays you can do it through like Zoom. You don't necessarily, because obviously if you have a newborn, you probably don't want to be, looking for, someone to watch your baby while you go or bring your baby there, and then there's distractions and things like that. So if you feel like therapy or counseling is something that would benefit your relationship, go for it. Don't give up so easily, because it is very difficult. That first year is very difficult. A lot of things have changed, not just like, within you, but just the dynamics of the relationship, the dynamics of the home. So just try your best to communicate as much as possible and effectively, and help each other out. Don't let one or the other person feel overwhelmed, feel neglected, feel like they're on their own and they have to do pretty much everything on their own. And also, if you're someone that just wants to take over and do everything, there's a thing called burnout, okay? Don't do so much to the point where you've burnt out, because that is not going to work well for you. It's going to negatively affect you. It's going to negatively affect your baby and your partner, and you definitely don't want to do that. So allow yourself to get some help. And if you're someone that can get help from other people, whether it's friends or family, utilize that, because you need it. If you can have someone that can watch your baby for a couple hours while you and your partner go and do something fun that you used to do prior to having a baby, you just want to upkeep with things like that. It's very important to keep that bond between your partner that doesn't necessarily involve your baby. Yeah, so that is basically it. I just wanted to know, what has been your experience with your relationship within that first year after having a baby? Has it been a struggle for you? Have you been doing pretty well? Have you had to seek help, whether it's therapy or counseling? I want to know what you guys have experienced within that first year. So I will see you guys in the comment section. And that is basically the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and join our little family. So I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a great day. Bye.